I'm Ariel Schiller here in Valdosta outside of the Lowndes County Board of Elections, where we're talking about the upcoming mayor's race in November. Now, the qualifying for that race doesn't happen until August 21st through August 25th, but we already have two candidates making their intentions known that they're running for that race. Current Mayor Scott James Matheson is running for re-election, and retired Fire Chief J.D. Rice is also running. Municipal elections are known for having lower turnouts compared to federal and state elections. According to Lowndes County Election Supervisor Deb Cox, sometimes even just one vote can make a difference in municipal elections.
Twice in Lowndes County we've had a dead tie and had to go to a runoff. Every vote counts. The smaller the turnout, the more those votes are valuable. The city of Valdosta has just under 85,000 registered voters. Cox says voter turnout depends on the stakes of each election, though she says there's been an upward trend since 2018. When you see 50-50, basically Democrat and Republican, you're going to see a higher turnout because there's more contentiousness. While it's not clear how many people will turn out for this year's municipal election, Valdosta Mayor Scott James Matheson is preparing to run for re-election. This time around, though, he's not resting on his laurels.
So I get to stand on a 4-year-long record. By the time that all hits, by the time we're voting in November, I've either done it right or I've done it wrong. There's not a whole lot I can say in a 4-month period of time that's going to change people's mind on that. I hope I've done a good job, and I'd love to serve. Some of that record includes starting the Valdosta On-Demand Transit Service, opening Unity Park, and hosting the inaugural Bluesberry Festival. Mayor Matheson is hoping to continue that work for another 4 years. It makes you want to continue that work, and we have a lot of unfinished projects. J.D. Rice announced his intentions to run for mayor in the upcoming election at the end of June. Rice retired as fire chief from the department in 2013. He encourages everyone to come out and vote in November.
Yes, I want folks to vote for me, but I want folks to participate in the process because it's important that we participate, and that way we can get the kind of candidates that we need to lead our city forward.
Rice says his biggest focus if he gets elected is addressing crime, among other things.
We got to focus on the homeless population. There are over 1,000 people that are homeless in Valdosta. We got to focus on getting some good paying jobs here in Valdosta.
With the upcoming municipal election, Cox says they expect a lower turnout, but they do try to encourage the younger generation to vote by going to the schools directly and teaching them how voting works.
Your tax money, you're turning it over to the government. They're going to take part of it and spend it. You need to tell them how you want it spent. Do you want it spent on parks, or do you want it spent on law enforcement, or do you want it spent on neighborhood watch groups? How do you want your money spent? It's your money. Of course, it's one thing to say you're running for mayor and another thing to actually be on the ballot. We won't know officially who's on the ballot until the end of that qualifying period on August 25th. And if you want to make sure you vote in this election, all you have to do is make sure you're registered 30 days before the election happens in November. Reporting in Valdosta, Ariel Schiller, ABC 27.